Hello everyone and welcome to the CarAlarm podcast. My name is Alex.
And I'm Gaven.
And we are once again on another episode of our ever inconsistent weekly wrestling review with Monday Night Raw from October the 9th, I believe, and then SmackDown Live from October 10th.
And Hell in a Cell.
And Hell in a Cell. We're not doing it in a separate episode. It'll probably just be short anyway, and it was a few days ago, so...
No point in putting it all in one... It's just easier to put it all in one video.
Yeah, it's a lot less time-consuming. We'll just talk about it before SmackDown. But first, we have Monday Night Raw.
Which was not bad this week.
It wasn't. Well, we'll talk about which show we like better at the end, but I guess I'll just go into Raw. So, The Miz opens the show with part 2 of The Mizzies, which I think was just a few months ago, when, right when the Miztourage formed. He gave the awards to Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and himself, and Maurice, I believe.
And Maurice.
Yeah.
Where is she, by the way? Oh, yeah, she's pregnant.
Yeah. So the first Mizzy went to Curtis Axel for Perseverance and dedicates it to Bo Dallas.
What happened to him, by the way?
I don't know. I meant to look it up, but I assume he's just injured.
Well, I knew that. I was just like, how did he get injured? What body part is injured?
I have no idea.
Hopefully it's not his pinky like Sin Cara.
Yeah. We get deported back to Mexico. You good?
Yep, just here.
Alright. Next up, Sheamus and Cesaro win Best Supporting Actor for the destruction of Roman Reigns.
For the second tie in Mizzy's history.
Yes. The second one out of two Mizzies.
Also, I would like to point out that Cesaro, with his teeth knocked out, he looks significantly older.
Yeah.
He looks like an old man who's kind of did a bunch of drugs.
He's got that. He's got the mouth guard in. I think the mouth guard looks cool. Kurt Angle wore a mouth guard. Neville wears it. Who else? I feel like there's more people that wore the mouth guard in wrestling, right? Kurt Angle.
I
Neville.
think Lesnar does.
He doesn't anymore. I don't believe.
Sure.
If he did once, he doesn't now. That's for sure. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think it looks cool though. Cesaro wears it now.
It's definitely helpful.
Yeah, it definitely is helpful.
He should have worn it before, but
so,
you know.
Apparently his teeth weren't knocked out. They were pushed up into his skull.
Really?
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah, it was rough. We're gonna move on. The Miz gives the last Mizzy to himself for leading the charge against the destruction of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. And right afterwards, Roman Reigns interrupts, and he demands that everyone leaves the ring.
Because his ring.
It's his ring, and as an extension, it's his yard. Of course, everyone knows this. Miz says that Roman Reigns wouldn't dare do anything on his own with the 4 people in the ring. And then Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins just walk out with him. And we have an official Shield reunion as they beat down and triple powerbomb the Miz.
And everybody else.
And everyone else. They don't triple powerbomb everyone else, but they beat up everyone else. And they
which was awesome.
Which Michael Cole's calling the Shield Bomb now. I don't really like that. It sounds kind of dumb and gimmicky, you know?
It does, but, you know, it's better than just calling it triple powerbomb.
I guess.
I think.
But
it gives it a name.
We're so used to it at this point. It's been like, what, 5 years?
Yeah.
They do the shield pose, the shield fist, and that closes the opening to Monday Night Raw. We finally have the shield back.
Which
officially
I'm happy about. My dad was just ecstatic.
Me and mine was too. He was so excited when they got back together. He's been waiting for it for months. He's been like, I know it's gonna happen. Yeah, he was right.
I like how the Miz said that, you know, it's just fantasy, and then, you know, he got hit with reality.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Powerbomb.
Mm-hmm. Miz is great. I think still though. I like the Miztourage, but I think he's better without him, because I said a while back that the power of the Miz is distributed, so he's weaker when he has 2 people with him.
Yeah.
And that has proven to be the case every single week, as the Miz is just not. It doesn't seem like he's as good as he was on like SmackDown or something, where he could win clean. He may not, but he could, and it'd be believable, you know. Now it's just like, okay, he's basically just a jobber that has a lot of protection.
Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel do need the Miz.
They do. They need something. But I just don't think you have to make the Miz look that weak. I think
Yeah,
you
you
could
really
make the whole
should.
team look pretty strong, and I would not complain. All three of them are good. Bo Dallas was amazing in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful.
They're all really good.
Mm-hmm. So, apparently at TLC we're getting... So at this point in the night, on TLC we're getting Sheamus and Cesaro, The Miz, and I think Curtis Axel. No, Curtis Axel's not in the match, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So it's a 3-on-3 tables, ladders, and chairs match at TLC main event.
Someone's going through a ladder.
Someone's going through a ladder, of course. Probably Roman Reigns. He's got that vest.
No, I think it's gonna be Sheamus.
I was about to say it's probably gonna be Sheamus or Cesaro.
They're just gonna get powerbomb through a ladder,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna die.
I wonder. Rollins is probably gonna jump off a ladder to the outside of the ring or something like that.
Ambrose will too.
Some big spot. Ambrose will do something crazy.
And Ambrose will just go, ooh, ah.
Yeah, and then Superman punch people, spear someone through a table maybe, and then he'll probably climb.
Spear him into a pile
So,
of chairs.
what's gonna be at the top of the? If this is a TLC match, what's at the top of the ladder?
A shield. It's gonna be a
An
shield.
actual shield.
It's gonna be a shield.
Or bagpipes, depending on you got. If you're Sheamus and Cesaro, you gotta get the bagpipes. If you're the Shield, you gotta get the Shield. Their new shirts look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed the shirt though Seth Rollins has the glove he used to wear on, which he doesn't wear anymore. So a little out of date, but it's. I know. I get. You gotta tell the difference between the hands and stuff, but. All right. Next up, we can talk about the Shield more later because they're not done with the night.
Nope.
Next up, we have Jason Jordan versus Carl Anderson. Nothing really.
I
here.
liked it. I liked the match. It was
Yeah.
good.
Story wise, there wasn't really much. I guess Jason Jordan's starting a thing with the club a little bit.
Probably.
If they're still called that.
They're still called that because, we still call them that.
Yeah.
And, at least if one person calls them that, they're still called it. So
Fair enough. Jason Jordan ends up winning, which is good because Jason Jordan is, I think, just like Chad Gable, deserving.
Really good.
Yeah, really good and deserving of like a good singles push. Despite, I might go into a bit of a rant later about Chad Gable on SmackDown Live, but for now, I'll save that for there.
I like how when someone wins, like when you tag, like when it's one and then a single match and there's like someone on the outside of the ring helping the other guy.
Yeah.
I like when the guy by himself wins and then he just sees the other guy in the ring like, nope, I'm done, and just rolls out immediately.
Yeah, because it makes sense, as he would want to. Drop the cap of my water bottle.
Good job, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, because you wouldn't want to, especially if you're in there with the club, who I thought had a face turn a couple weeks ago. Apparently not. They were getting pretty big pops, if you remember. But, nope. Still heel, which I'm fine with. As long as they,
You definitely don't want to be in a match like that and then, have a big guy who's like 6'7" come after you.
Yeah, Luke Gallows.
No, you're not. I'm not. I wouldn't do that personally. I'd run.
Yeah. Especially if you just won. You got nothing. You got nothing to do now. You're good. Get out of there. You got that victory.
Okay, maybe wouldn't
Kayfabe
run. I'd
was.
probably walk. So I'm pretty lazy, but still.
It is kind of sad to see. Carl Anderson kind of treated not that great. I mean, I know it's normal now, but New Japan, he was
Amazing.
Yeah, he was great.
And they both are really amazing.
Yeah.
But,
If anyone was gonna do it, Jason Jordan's fine. But if it was like Kurt Hawkins,
if it was Kurt Hawkins, I'd just quit
Aiden
watching.
English, that's a big SmackDown Live issue they have every now and then. Not this week, but all right, let's move on. Next up, we have Elias in the ring singing the song, of course, with his guitar. Only for a little while before Titus O'Neil interrupts with a banjo, I believe. And he sings a song about Cruz basically just coming out to win. There wasn't really anything in the song. I thought it would be a little more than that. He just basically said that Elias Sampson's not that cool and Apollo Cruz is gonna beat you, fool. None of that was in there, but that was the gist of the song.
Didn't really need to be much anyways.
No,
It's
didn't.
Titus O'Neil. And he's really good at hyping things up.
Yeah, I didn't really like the banjo thing. I thought it was funny, but the song didn't do it for me. Apollo Cruz did come out, and he also lost to Elias Sampson. I guess I don't know what Samson's gonna be doing, because it seems like he's in a feud with the Titus Worldwide, but it's not very interesting right now. It's just match, and Samson has beaten both of them already. So what's left? He beat Titus last week, I think.
Beat
A couple weeks ago. He beat Tozawa. Did he? No, he didn't.
That's what's next for him.
Oh.
Beat Tozawa.
I hope not. Samson's cool and all, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a push or anything. I don't really particularly like him. I'm willing to give him a chance, but not against Kira Tozawa. For a cruiserweight champion, for a day.
For a day.
For a day. Alright. We got some cruiserweight stuff to talk about too. Right now and later on tonight. Enzo Amore comes out to complain about Kalisto getting a title shot. And the whole clause situation he had.
Didn't Enzo lose the title to Kalisto?
Yes, tonight.
He did?
Spoiler alert, yes.
Sorry, peeps.
So
Not really sorry, but still.
the title match is scheduled for TLC, and Enzo came out to complain about that to Kurt Angle, saying that there was a no-compete clause last week, which he got beat up in Kalisto debut, which I'm glad he's in the Cruiserweight division finally, Kalisto. I've been saying he should have
Where
been
he
for a
deserves
while.
to be.
Yes.
He'll actually do something.
Yeah, hopefully. Well,
We hope.
yeah.
There's a bigger chance.
Just because he wins the title doesn't mean that he's in a good spot yet. It's too early to say that. Kurt Angle explains why Kalisto didn't get reprimanded for last week, being that he wasn't on the roster as the time of that clause was signed for Enzo. Angle says that Enzo, instead of defending the title at TLC, will defend it tonight in the main event. He'll defend it tonight, and Enzo demanded that it be the main event. Kurt Angle agreed, but also made it a lumberjack match, which I do not like those matches. They're always they always just seem unnecessary, and they're not as I don't know. It just seems like a waste, and it looks kind of dumb to me.
It is in a way. Especially when, Ambrose and Rollins had 4 of them. I think that's probably what it is. We're just tired of it by now.
Yeah, okay, so I had a point that I wanted to talk about. I don't remember that much, but Kalisto, I'm glad he's on the Cruiserweight. Later on he has a match with... You want to just go to the main event real quick?
Yeah.
Since we're already on the Cruiserweight subject, let's just get right in there. The main event of Monday Night Raw was the lumberjack match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Enzo Amore versus Kalisto, lumberjack match, blah, blah, blah. So, the match was fine for a little while. Nothing too, special or anything.
Yeah.
Enzo's not that great. Kalisto's great, but I don't know if they've ever wrestled each other before.
I like Enzo a lot.
Yeah, I like him a lot more than I did during his feud with Cass and before he got the title.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm
getting there.
I'm on board now, for the most part. Well, okay, hang on. So the cruiserweights start brawling. All the lumberjacks start brawling on the outside, heels versus faces, basically. Kalisto suplexes Enzo into all the cruiserweights, which is a really cool spot.
Yes, I love
off
that.
the top rope. You never see that really. I can't think of. I know there was one that wasn't too long ago that happened like that, but I can't remember it. So.
I do want to ask: is Jack Gallagher a heel now?
Yes, I think so. I haven't been watching 205 Live either.
It just seems like during that match, Jack Gallagher was being pretty heel.
Yeah. So
I just
earlier in the night, Alexander was Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali versus Kendrick and Gallagher. They won, and I think he's heel with Kendrick now. He wrestles in his little suit. Well, in the vest and the undershirt. Dress shirt. So yeah, he's heel. Which is, I don't know how it happened. I don't think I'm interested enough to watch 205 Live.
I'm probably going to have to go back and watch just to see what happened.
I'm curious as to, what turned him heel, but hopefully it's something interesting.
Maybe someone finally just broke enough umbrellas and he snapped.
I guess so. He looks cool, though. So, after the superplex, they both get back in the ring. And so, Enzo hits the... I don't know what he's calling it. Eat Defeat is what Xavier Woods used to call it, I think. That might be the name of the move. hits that on Kalisto, which is his finisher, and he would have won clean, which I'm also not a fan of, because, beating Enzo Amore shouldn't be basically anyone clean.
No.
But Mustafa Ali drags him out of the ring because earlier in the match, Enzo took a swing on Ali.
Yeah, you're not going to stand for that in wrestling.
Yeah. So he pulled him out of the ring just before the 3 count. Enzo ends up getting back in the ring, only for Kalisto to deliver a top rope Salida del Sol to him. And that's it.
For the win.
New Cruiserweight Champion, yeah. Kalisto.
Which I like that a lot. Kalisto deserves to be champion.
Yes, he does. I have a lot of mixed emotions, though, because I like that Kalisto's champion. But Enzo got the title, just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And before that, Neville had it for a month. And before that, Tozawa had it for a day. And before that, you got Neville's really good reign. I think it's just changing a little too much. I'm glad Kalisto's...
It's not like the Raw Women's Championship, though.
It's not far behind, honestly. If they keep going, it will be.
Just changing every freaking week. That was too much.
Uh-huh.
That's how we end up with 5-time women's champion a couple months after the switch-up.
Yeah, and she never had the title for more than a week, I believe, in one reign. So, since we're already out of order, we'll talk about the Shield's situations last. So, does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll move on to the women's division. Mickie James comes out to talk about Alexa Bliss basically just calling her old every week. Alexa Bliss interrupts her, shows her a video package, again, just making fun of her age. It's like all old school, like 1940s, 30s style, something around there. And it's just talking about how Mickie James is a thing of the past. I didn't really pick up much from it. It was just showing old footage. I'm not really on board with this feud right now. It's better than nothing for sure.
Yeah, but it just seems a little lazy.
Yeah. Especially with the promo situation goes. Alexa Bliss literally every week just is calling her old in different, not that creative ways. Mickie ends up calling Bliss down in the ring, but Alexa Bliss refuses, and as she's walking back, Mickie James throws her into the ring, tries to deliver her Mick kick. Bliss dodges, rolls out, walks away. That's it. End of the night for them. Not much at all.
We need something more.
Yes, we do.
Not another women's revolution, because that was just... Sorry, that was awful. It was a good idea, but the way it was executed...
was great.
The way it was executed was just dumb.
It was terrible. And also, it was just a lie, because it wasn't like that for a while. The women were not, main eventing anything or having Hell in a Cell matches until like a year later. Alright, so we move on to Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Finn Balor is out to say basically that he's not afraid of Bray Wyatt or Sister Abigail before he is interrupted on the Titantron by Bray Wyatt himself, who says that Finn Balor will be afraid of Sister Abigail soon enough, and then Abigail appears.
I liked this a lot.
So, I have mixed emotions about this too, because I like the idea that Abigail's dead, and we saw Randy Orton burn the house and the grave or whatever. I wish they would mention that, though. I feel like the only thing that's missing from this whole story is the mention of that, because I don't know what's up with that. What happened there to Sister Abigail? If her body's gone, did that make her spirit, need a soul, a vessel or something, and maybe
Probably, honestly.
That's
what usually happens.
If they would say that, I'd be on board a little more. I don't think Bray Wyatt looks cool with Sister Abigail possessing him or whatever the shtick is. I don't think he looks good at all. I thought he looked a little bit cringy. He just had a veil over his head, some cloth, and I think maybe paint on his face or something. I was just hoping for... I don't know what I was hoping for, to be honest with you. I can't really defend my point that well, but I just don't think it looked too... I don't know.
I liked it, though. It looked cool to me.
Okay. That's fine. So, apparently we are getting Sister Abigail versus the Demon, I would assume. And please, God, let this be the last match between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. I'm not completely tired of the feud yet. I know I said I would be if Balor and Wyatt kept continuing after, what was the last one? No Mercy.
Yeah.
But I'm on board with this whole Sister Abigail possession thing. So please stop this after these two have this final match, whatever match it may be.
It's going to be a hell match.
Yeah, a hell match.
Yep.
By the two I mean Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt. Sister Abigail goes into a bit of a laugh after her promo, where she basically says she'll destroy the demon. I don't know if I should say she or it. Because is it just an entity still, or is it still female?
I think it's just the spirit of Sister Abigail, so
Okay.
it's probably...
Maybe we're looking a little too deep into it.
Maybe, but you never know. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever. I'm interested in it. So, good job, WWE.
You did your job.
Abigail laughs pretty, special effectsy.
Demonically.
Yeah. And then it transforms. I think the transformation animation was really lazy, though. It was just like in the cartoons they have like the puddle effect,
yeah.
What do you call it?
The ripple effect?
Yeah, the ripple effect that just turns into like a dream or something, and it's just like a half a second fade into the next scene. That's what they did with Wyatt and Sister Abigail. Especially at the end, it was just like instant, and it didn't look good at all. But it transforms into Wyatt, who's also laughing, and then that's the end of that segment. I like the story a lot. I just don't like the way Wyatt looks, and I wish they would bring up what happened to Abigail after Orton burned everything down. Because I'm interested in Bray Wyatt's character at least a little bit. So when they start talking about like plot or lore or whatever you want to call it with Bray Wyatt, because he's a bit different than every other wrestling character.
He has a lot
He has lore.
Yeah,
No one else
like
does.
a minotaur.
Yeah.
There's
He's like
actual stuff behind him.
Yeah.
So I just smacked the mic.
I don't think it picked up.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, he's got actual lore behind it, which the Undertaker and Kane, I think, are really the only other people who do.
Which that one's very confusing.
Yeah, it's a bit. They've had long careers though. They are cool, but yeah. So I'd like to know the little specifics. I like stuff like Game of Thrones, and I like a lot of like anime, and I like stories and stuff like that. So I like to know all the little details as well as the main plot points.
Yeah, it just helps build everything.
Yeah, it helps wrap it all together.
It makes it amazing.
Yeah, it does. It makes it more interesting to watch because you feel like you're more involved and interested.
You actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
Instead of watching one of those shows where you jump in halfway through and you're just lost. Because nothing makes sense.
You Bray Wyatt's promos 4 months ago?
Yeah. If you cut in halfway through, you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's saying something about fighting the sun in the desert, and he's the darkness, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what's going on here?
Fighting the sun. That's great. That's a great quote from Bray Wyatt. All right. Let's move on. As fun as it is to talk about Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, I feel like I'm always throwing back and forth on Wyatt, because sometimes I come in here and I say I don't like Wyatt at all, and then sometimes I'm like, I'm game.
He's a very controversial person.
I hope I'll still like him after the Balor feud, because I know that's really when I started being like, okay, I'm cool with him now. Keep this feud with Balor. I don't know what he can do after Balor. I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Bray Wyatt has lost every pay-per-view match since Mania, I want to say. No, he had Rollins, but...
Yeah, that's the only major feud he's won here recently is with Rollins.
Yeah.
So I kind of want him to beat Balor.
Yeah, but I don't want him to beat the Demon, though. And Balor, of course, deserves that Universal title shot.
Yeah,
and the title itself. So, of all the people Wyatt has to beat, I don't want it to be Finn Balor. I would like it to be like, I don't know, Samson, or... I'm trying to think of more people on the roster. Hardy,
Yeah, you fight be Hardy. That would be awesome.
Next feud, there you go. Please break Matt Hardy and have a feud with Wyatt. You know what? Bray Wyatt doesn't have to win a feud. I don't care. Just let him feud let him have good storylines. He doesn't have to win every feud, or any feud, because he doesn't win every feud anyway. After Hardy...
You can have him fight Lesnar, and just beat Lesnar.
No. I don't want that to happen.
Lesnar doesn't do much anyways.
Let Lesnar you lose the Universal title first. You can do what you want with him. I don't care anymore. Let Balor get it.
Balor beats Lesnar, and then Wyatt beats Lesnar.
All right.
There you go.
Sounds good to me then.
Lesnar's just on a very quick decline, so he'll get beat by Kurt Hawkins and Aiden English.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's the end of it. He just says, you know what? Screw this. I'm done. I'm too old for this, obviously. I'm just going to go hibernate for the rest of my life.
Yeah, hibernate on a farm.
Farm potatoes and carrots for the rest of his life or something.
All right, let's move on to the another women's division match, which is a winner faces Asuka at TLC match.
I did not see this match, and I wanted to, but I didn't get to.
It was fine. It was elimination. I didn't know that. I missed a good portion of the match. Came back in when it was Fox, Sasha, and Emma. I don't know what happened before that. From what I saw, it was fine. Sasha Banks ended up tapping out Alicia Fox with the bank statement. Emma came in and got the roll-up, the schoolboy-ish. But, you know, the one where you got the legs on one arm and then your right arm or left arm wrapped around the other person's arm. And then you roll them up for the shoulders. She got the 3 count. Emma won, and Emma will face Asuka.
Emma's facing Asuka.
Emma's facing Asuka.
Emma hasn't done anything.
The reason why I wasn't very interested in this match is because I knew Sasha Banks. Let's see, Nia wasn't in this one. No, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and probably I don't know. I think they're trying to build up Dana Brooke. I didn't think she would win anyway, but I knew Banks or Bayley would not win this match because whoever wins is losing to Asuka, probably quickly. So
very quickly.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would be Alicia Fox. So I like Emma. But Emma and Asuka have, I think, wrestled before in NXT, so maybe they can have a good match instead of just a squash match.
They'll have a good match.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see if we got anything else before we go on to the whole Shield situation. Okay, I think we're there. So, Braun Strowman had a singles match with Matt Hardy. Now, I thought this would lead somewhere else. I thought maybe this would lead to... Because Jeff is injured. He'll be out for months at this point.
Yeah.
I think 9 months is the estimated time. That's a long time for Hardy to be alone.
Yeah.
And we know he can do it, but he needs his character to do it. Because alone, Matt Hardy, in my opinion, just is not interesting enough to...
Extreme Matt Hardy isn't...
Yeah.
He's just there for moral support.
Yeah, he just seems like kind of just generic, you know, another wrestler guy. But with, if you let Hardy do what he wants, I feel like creatively at this point he's proven that he can get over, you know, like Chris Jericho.
Very well.
Jeff Hardy can just get over by wrestling because he's so good and he looks cool and everyone already likes him anyway, so. Yeah.
His broken character.
And he's over instantly. And of course, it's entertaining
and
to watch.
who's the best person to break him except Braun Strowman?
That's what I was thinking. I thought that's what this would lead to. I mean, probably not breaking. I think like woken or awaken or whatever they're going to call it. They don't have to call it broken. But I wanted something to happen. And maybe it led to it, but it didn't. If this is what leads to breaking him, it doesn't seem believable because he didn't take that much damage. He lost to Strowman clean. Braun Strowman carried him up the ramp.
Well, you never really know, though, because it is Braun Strowman. He's extremely massive.
We've seen him put Lesnar through, 2 announce tables, and Lesnar's not broken. I know Lesnar's not Matt Hardy, but my point is that, relevant to how much damage we've seen Strowman do to Matt Hardy, this was nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just seems a little weird. I don't think that's what they're doing. I don't think he's going to be broken or woken or woke, whatever they're going to call him from this. He's just caught up with political news. Super woke these days. He carries Matt Hardy up the ramp after the match. And presumably he's going to ram him through the Minitron, or he was just going to steal him. Yeah, I don't know which one was going to happen. He didn't
take
look like...
him to his dungeon and beat him up some more.
Yeah. He didn't look like he was going to pick up speed because he was waiting for Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, who came out to stop him right in front of him. Well, I guess that's obvious. And then they just beat down Braun Strowman and shield bombed him. You good?
Yep, just doing a video, the usual.
Alright, yeah, sounds good. They shield bombed him, which I'm not going to start saying. Through...
Even though he already has.
No, listen, that's the last time. This segment is the last time. They shield bombed him. I'm only saying it because Michael Cole said it so loudly. Braun Strowman through the announce table.
Braun just
on
kind of
stage.
rolled off the stage,
Yeah,
too.
I was kind of worried that when he was going through it, he looked a little bit too far to the right, to our right, and I thought he was just gonna like hit it, roll immediately, but he was like hit it and then he like consciously rolled off.
Which probably had hurt at least a little.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. He's a big guy.
You're just gonna take a fall like that. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not much because of all that padding muscle he's got.
Strowman's great.
Braun Strowman, you could stop working out for like 5 years and still be massive.
Well, he'll still have the height.
Talking about like build wise.
I don't know about that. I like to believe so though. It's hilarious.
I don't think he needs to work out. He just needs to keep throwing people around and he's good like that.
Just keep yelling so loudly that it strains all his muscles. I'm not finished with you. They showed a replay of that with Roman, which was great. I think they did. I don't remember. I might have watched a YouTube video. Anyway, after the match, The Miz went to talk to Kurt Angle, complaining about the Shield running rampant around, Monday Night Raw. And Kurt Angle added Braun Strowman to the tables, ladders, and chairs match at TLC's main event.
So it's going to be Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Braun Strowman.
Yes, versus the Shield.
I think the Shield's actually going to get... I think everybody's going to get killed except for Braun Strowman. I don't think Braun Strowman wants to be on a team.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of want Strowman just to murder everyone.
That's exactly what's going to happen, too.
Probably.
They're just going to kill the Shield, and then Braun Strowman's going to look at Cesaro, Sheamus, and Miz, and just be like, you know what? You're dead, too. And just kill him.
I think Strowman might just... he's going to be angry at the Shield. I feel like it wouldn't make sense for him not to. I think Miz is probably going to try to just command him to do what he wants. Strowman's probably going to murder him, as a reaction. And then he'll probably also fight the Shield, and maybe as a result of Strowman murdering Miz and Sheamus and Cesaro probably trying to fight to defend the Miz, maybe Reigns will spear Strowman and get the pin. Or the Shield somehow gets... Or maybe Strowman knocks out his team, right? The Shield's there. They beat on Strowman all at once. Triple bomb through 2 or all 3 tables at ringside, however many they're going to have. Get back in the ring. Roman, of course, is probably going to get the pin because he's Roman Reigns still. Even though he's back in the Shield, he's still WWE's special little baby. He's probably going to spear Miz or whoever, get the pin, and that might be how the match goes. I don't see the Shield losing. That's the thing.
I don't either.
And I don't see Strowman getting pinned, even though I know that was one of the options I just said. I hope it doesn't happen. So...
I do want Braun Strowman to kill everybody, though. That's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Not, drive an ambulance into a trailer kill Roman. But, I want to see Braun Strowman just murder everybody, because that's what he does, and he's great at it. And I don't really see him being on a team and cooperating.
Me neither. Unless it's like Sanity. Strowman would fit in good with Sanity.
Yeah.
I feel like if Sanity comes up and they somehow... Strowman's just this monster that wants to just murder everyone, and he wants, of course he wanted the Universal title at one point. So maybe if Sanity comes up and they somehow get into a feud with Strowman, maybe they can wrangle and convince. Because if anyone's a little bit like Braun Strowman, it's all of Sanity.
Yeah.
He's basically their father, or their grandfather. He's just, if you combine all of Sanity, you get Braun Strowman. And
here's the thing, he beats Sanity in their feud, and he just takes over. They're just like, okay, we'll follow you now.
But see, I think Eric Young's a great leader for Sanity. So here's what I would want to happen. Maybe you have, this is complete speculation, but I just think Sanity and Strowman together would just look really cool.
It would be amazing.
Maybe you have Eric Young come in, you have Braun Strowman, they have a match for maybe a title, maybe not. Young ends up winning somehow, maybe by count out or something. Maybe he wins because of Sanity, and maybe Strowman finally respects somebody. Maybe he respects Eric Young and Sanity, for whatever reason. You don't have to have Young win. And maybe they're just allies. Maybe he's not in the group, but maybe they're just allies together. And you could have a 5, or how many people are in Sanity? 4? Yeah, you could have a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match with the Sanity, including Nikki Cross, WWE, and Braun Strowman versus whatever 5
The
other
Shield,
people you
John Cena, and Brock Lesnar.
The Shield, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar versus Sanity and Strowman. I'm game.
Lesnar, The Rock.
I know my first 2K18 match.
And then the Sanity wins.
Sanity wins. Yeah,
Biggest push ever.
I like Sanity a lot, honestly. I know some people don't. I like them a lot.
I do. They're really awesome.
And I like Strowman a lot, so those two together, they just mesh perfectly.
Better than Braun Strowman and the Wyatt family.
Braun Strowman and anyone on Monday Night Raw. Oh yeah, fair enough. You didn't watch any of SmackDown, right?
Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna get into SmackDown real quick, because I think it's about time for that. You didn't miss too much. Had some good stuff, but you've seen Hell in a Cell. So let's talk about Hell in a Cell real quick. I don't have any notes about it, but I think I can remember that we can remember enough to talk about it. So the first match was Usos versus the New Day.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell match.
Hell in a Cell match for the tag titles.
Which I loved.
By far the best match of the night. I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah.
That was an incredible match.
Especially with the rainbow kendo sticks, the trombones, the gong.
Yep. And the cowbell and the Uso being...
like, just pinned with kendo sticks.
Pinned to the...
I don't see how he got out of that, but...
I don't... Well, so I saw when Xavier Woods threw a piece of the trombone at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he flinched and he knocked one of the kendo sticks loose. And he just got out after that. An incredible match, though. That was amazing. Those two together.
Xavier Woods was getting killed, though.
Xavier Woods was getting murdered.
He was, like, handcuffed up there, and he was just getting killed.
His handcuffs were behind his head and over the outside of the ring post. He was on the outside of the ring on one of the steel steps, and they were just hitting him with kendo sticks in the abdomen over and over and over.
He was dying.
Yes, he was.
And you could hear him dying, too. He was screaming very loudly.
Big E was great, too. Big E's awesome. He speared one of the Usos through the apron, as he always does, through the second and top rope to the cell.
Yeah, and his head just, like, smashed into the cell, too.
Just dented the side of the cell. That was an amazing match. They should have main evented. If any time the tag should main event, I don't know when the last time a tag team main evented a show.
Probably the 80s, 90s.
Probably a long time. If you should have done it any time, it was
now
Sunday at Hell in a Cell, because that's supposedly the last time Usos and New Day. You know, last time, as in a few months, they'll probably do it again, but maybe a year. The last time Usos and New Day have their match of this feud. So if you were gonna do that, a main event tag match, do it at Hell in a Cell. That was. I know Shane and Owens is a huge thing, but compared to New Day and Usos, the match was garbage. You know.
All the rest of the matches weren't very good compared to that.
Yeah.
Now they were all very good matches. I liked them a lot. They were good at least.
They were at least good. Yeah. None of them were like bad. Like, oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like Eva Marie stuff, or OG Braun Strowman. Aiden English is fine, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Aiden English versus Kurt Hawkins, I'd just kill myself.
So yeah, I think I've contracted your cough, even though that was more of a wheezing. So next we have, I think, Rusev versus Orton, which I didn't watch. How was that?
It was okay.
Who won? I don't even know that.
Orton won. Cause I don't remember what happened. Okay. No, he went for the Rusev went for the accolade for like a third time, and Orton just like slithered out, and then Rusev turned around, hit him with RKO 1.
Okay, all right.
Rusev was very dominant during that match, though. He was like killing Orton.
I like Rusev a lot.
I do too. He's really good.
I hope he's not leaving, even though I think he is. I'm pretty sure the rumor's been confirmed that he asked his release. So whenever his contract ends,
it makes sense, honestly. They're not doing anything with him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's
for
great.
a man his size to be able to like do that spinning heel kick thing. Yeah, you need to do more than with him. I'm pretty sure he could do a shooting star press easily.
Probably, if Shane can do it. I know Shane's nowhere near the weight of Rusev, but Shane could. If
Shane also doesn't have the training Rusev.
Yeah, exactly. Or the athleticism.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I don't remember exactly what match was next, but I think it might have been the U.S. title. Ty Dillinger, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles for the U.S. Championship. Really good triple threat match.
Yeah, I loved it.
I liked it a lot. I think second best match of the night from what I saw. The only matches I didn't see were Orton and Rusev, and I didn't see a majority of Mahal and Shinsuke, and I don't have to watch it to know that it wasn't that good. And I also didn't see Bobby Roode versus Ziggler. But, which match are we on?
We're on
Okay.
U.S.
Yeah.
title match.
So Baron Corbin ended up pinning.
Do you have Alzheimer's now?
I do.
Oh.
Baron Corbin ended up pinning Ty Dillinger, which is probably the only reason he was in the match, to win the U.S. title.
But it was really good.
It was a really good
All
triple
three
threat.
of
I
them
enjoyed
were
it a lot.
amazing.
AJ Styles probably went home dead. He
Yeah.
took so much damage in that match.
Neither of them could get an offense in on Baron Corbin.
No, yeah, Corbin really did kind of dominate.
He just killed everybody.
I kind of wish he would have just won the match clean with Ted Dillinger, just hit the end of days.
Yeah.
But he ended up throwing
That
Styles
deep
out.
six though he did, I think, to Ty Dillinger, where what he did, just
Yeah.
like, insanely quick and everything. It looked like it killed him.
He's gotten really good at making that look fast, just like Sami Zayn has with the Blue Thunder Bomb. It looks so effortless and just really clean and smooth.
And then
It's really good.
when he threw AJ Styles,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, Baron Corbin's literally trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, he might as well be. So yeah, Corbin is the new U.S. champion. We'll get into more of that in a
I'm
bit.
glad about that. He deserves it.
He does.
Yeah, he failed his cash in.
I do have some problems with what happens on SmackDown Live. If you haven't seen it, I'll tell you. Go on, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He failed his cash in, which he shouldn't have. He should have won.
Yeah, I agree.
So
And it should have been at a different time.
Yeah. So I mean, he deserves a U.S. title match.
You know what would have been good? Cash in at Hell in a Cell when Shinsuke lost to Jinder. Well, spoiler alert, Shinsuke loses to Jinder.
Yeah.
Because,
Singh brothers weren't at ringside then.
no, yeah, they were out. They had gotten kicked out.
And
So, yeah, we'll just go straight to that match. Shinsuke versus Jinder. I saw about half of it. Didn't like it very much.
it wasn't anything big, really.
No.
Singh brothers did most of the work.
It's just the same as always. It's so boring to me with Jinder Mahal.
That's the problem, though.
I know, I'm not even saying it's Jinder's fault. I'm not saying Jinder shouldn't have the world title. But if he's gonna have it,
I am.
please make it interesting.
I'm saying he shouldn't have the world title because he's not ready for it.
No, well, I mean,
He
I
should
think,
have had at least the Intercontinental or the U.S. title first.
yeah.
But he didn't. He didn't
Or,
have anything. He went from Kurt Hawkins level to world title level
so apparently,
in like one day.
yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not saying they should never do that stuff because that stuff is interesting and it
But
makes.
you at least have to, have someone who's ready for it.
Or just make them interesting. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Jinder Mahal is the same dastardly born heel guy that we always have. We have
Yeah.
Rusev. At least Rusev's
except
interesting.
Jinder Mahal's a little more racist now with Shinsuke.
With Jinder Mahal, we have extreme racism. With Rusev, we have, legitimate reasons a lot of times.
I just want a rivalry between Mahal and Rusev. That's all I want for the
That
world
would
title.
be amazing.
That's all I wanted when Jinder was gonna
Give
win the
Rusev
thing.
the title.
I said I wanted when who'd Mahal take it from?
I think he took it from...
I don't remember even.
I don't either. It's been so long. It's so much
Let's
boringness.
see. Bret Wyatt won the title at Mania. Who got the title from him?
Oh no.
I don't remember it all, man. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't care anymore. Was it Randy?
I think it was.
Okay, well, if
I
it
think
was Randy.
It was Randy Orton.
Okay.
Randy Orton took it from Wyatt, and then Jinder Mahal took it from Orton.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. So Bray Wyatt, or Orton Mahal, as soon as Mahal won that thing, I wanted Rusev to just come in and have the feud with Jinder. And maybe win, maybe not. Just a feud. I wanted to see, because, I mean, add something.
I want Rusev to have that title.
Yeah, me too.
I want it now, because Rusev deserves it. Jinder Mahal doesn't.
Before he leaves.
Jinder Mahal is good as a wrestler,
Yeah, he's fine.
but he's just boring.
His character is boring, and all the stories that he's in is boring.
He's just, like I said, the generic dastardly foreign heel guy who hates America for some reason.
Well, I don't think he hates America. At least that's new. He just complains that Well, actually, I guess it's not new because nowadays every foreign heel is just complaining about how America is like not racist, but discriminatory against the WWE wrestlers who are foreign from India and stuff like that. Except Mustafa Ali proves that isn't true. So, whatever, Jinder. Let's move on. I think we could rant about Jinder Mahal all day.
We could, but let's not.
We have Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode. I don't know what order I'm going in at this point, but Ziggler versus Roode. Roode wins with a roll-up, grabbing the tights, and Ziggler...
It was an okay match. I mean, I liked it.
I didn't see it. I heard it was fine, though.
It was good, in my opinion.
I
didn't see the end of it, though.
Ziggler attacked...
I had to go do something.
Ziggler attacked Bobby Roode.
Dang, that's pretty loud.
Yeah, it was...
Sorry, y'all, that was my cup. It got broken.
Yeah. Ziggler attacks Bobby Roode after the match. I didn't see any of it. They just repeated it on SmackDown, so I knew what happened.
I mean, it was just an okay match.
Yeah, Ziggler and Roode. Dolph Ziggler's new entrance, which he does at SmackDown, so I'll just wait to talk about that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have the women's match. Natalya versus Charlotte. I don't remember what happened at the end of this. I think Natty went clean, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go with that. Natalya's still women's champion.
Which I'm okay with, honestly.
It was pretty good. It was a good match, actually.
I like Natty as world champ, or women's champ.
Yeah, me too.
She deserves it at this point.
I think the match wasn't like super compelling or that interesting, but
it was good.
I think it was better than Mahal and Shinsuke, and probably better than Roode and Ziggler. I don't know though. Which one do you think was better?
Yeah, I think they were about the same, honestly.
Okay. Okay, so we have the main event. I think is the only match we're missing. Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon.
The ending of this made me just... I was very confused.
Yes, so everything will be explained on SmackDown. I'll explain it to you. The match I thought was fine.
I liked it.
I didn't think it was...
I liked how Shane McMahon, in the beginning of the match, he didn't even wait for Kevin Owens to get in the ring. He just attacked him immediately.
Yeah. Shane attacked him outside the cell. They end up fighting in the cell. Eventually, they make their way outside. They both climb it.
Shane McMahon's like, just open up the cell. And they're like, nope, we can't do it. Sorry, dude, even though you're commissioner. Nope. He's like, okay, go get some freaking bolt cutters.
Yeah, he gets bolt cutters, and for some reason he tries to break the lock instead of just the chain, but...
Yeah, sorry, dude, you
still
probably
effective.
I don't think you know how locks work.
Yeah.
Locks are a lot stronger than chains.
So, so Owens ends up putting Shane on this table, which is clearly heavily padded. It's fine. You should have it heavily padded. Yeah. Shane McMahon probably almost died from WrestleMania. Owens goes to the top of the cell. He's afraid to jump off. Shane McMahon ends up getting off, climbing up there with him. I thought someone was going to get thrown off the top. I was terrified. They had like a good 5-minute match segment on the top of the cell.
I thought Shane was going to get thrown off.
I did too, but they slammed each other on the little squares that could easily just... I know it's reinforced, but don't do this,
Those
please.
aren't really reinforced, though. I mean, like,
they don't
the only reinforcement is like...
It's on the edges.
Where the metal bars are. And that's not much.
It doesn't... Well, it's enough, but it definitely doesn't seem like much.
Obviously, it's enough, but, it's enough to keep people from dying.
Please don't do that. I don't need that. I love wrestling, and I like the hardcore stuff, too, but this is different. They could die. If they both fall through that cell, Shane McMahon probably will die.
Yeah, if he just, lands on his back hard enough, he's dead.
If he's not dead, he's definitely in some serious trouble. Kevin Owens, still probably the same situation.
He'll get hurt. So, not as bad because of his...
Well, I mean, and again, that all depends too.
Owens is in better shape, so he has a better chance of not ending up dead.
Yeah, Shane's what is Shane, 50-something maybe?
Yeah, he's almost the same as The Undertaker, somewhere around there.
Yeah, please be careful and don't do that ever. And also, I'm glad Shane didn't get thrown off the top of the cage.
Me too. Though, what happened
is... So they went halfway to the 10-foot mark, which is down on the side of the cell. They climbed it, and Owens got head smashed into the cell, and he fell through the table. That's fine. We've seen that happen. That's the safest extreme thing to do in Hell in a Cell, I think.
Yeah, it's
it looked good. It looked like it hurt a lot. And the table was really padded, so I'm sure Owens was perfectly fine afterwards. with the exception of a few probably wind loss.
And probably a couple bruises.
Yeah, probably.
More than probably. He's going to have bruises.
So, Owens is put on the other announce table. Shane goes to the top for the elbow drop through the table, which never stop. Don't ever do this again, Shane. It was enough at WrestleMania. It looks cool and it's great. At Mania, it was like, oh my god, that's crazy. He went to do it again. Everyone, at least I feel, just quit, Shane. We don't need to do this. You're gonna miss. Kevin Owens isn't taking that. Are you kidding me?
Well, I thought he would, honestly.
I didn't think so. I think that's a bit, if Shane's coming down that hard, and if he braces, because that's a long fall, if he braces for that fall, and that elbow hits actually Owens in the chest or something, goodbye. Or if
We didn't really have to hit him in the chest. You could just hit him like in the shoulder.
No, I know,
honestly.
But good luck aiming.
You can aim at the last second.
He's falling so fast and from such a height, in that tiny little rectangle that they gotta fall on. I don't ever want to see anyone take that bump.
I don't either.
I don't want to see Shane
even have
jump.
to hit him. Honestly, you could just act like you hit him.
Yeah, just with his arm, like he barely did. I think on Taker the one time on SmackDown or whatever, or Raw.
That's honestly all you have to do is just make it look close enough. You don't even have to hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, so, as we hinted to, he missed. Thanks to Sami Zayn pulling Kevin Owens off the announce table at the very last second.
That's what confused. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
So, he put Owens on McMahon, got the 1-2-3 because it's false count anywhere, probably only because of this spot. And,
the fact that Shane is now dead.
now we're into SmackDown Live. Yeah, Shane McMahon's dead. Goodbye, Shane. Helicopter crash. That didn't do it, but this Hell in a Cell.
Helicopter crash ain't got nothing on this. It's a
All
very
right.
safe helicopter.
Now we're going to be in SmackDown Live. October, blah, blah, blah.
10th.
So,
Something
yeah,
like that.
something like that. Who knows days. So the Usos open SmackDown Live, and they call out the New Day for a face-to-face confrontation. Usos being the new tag team champions. I don't even know if we said who won the match, but the Usos are the new tag team champions. And the New Day enters, and the Usos basically just talk about how they now respect the New Day. They're the two best teams in the WWE, SmackDown, and every match they have is show stealer, which is proven to be true.
Yeah, they're
So,
amazing.
Then, after a good little, you guys are cool, you guys are cool, no, you guys are cool, we're cool together. So, New Day and Usos are all cool together now. I don't know if Usos are face or not, but Hype Bros enter. Benjamin and Gable enter. The Ascension enters, and so does Breezango, all wanting tag team title opportunities. The Usos say that they basically kind of name them off, saying that, like, you ain't nothing. Benjamin and Gable, nothing. Hype Bros, nothing. Ascension, nothing. And when they get...
I'm sorry about
Gavin's-
that, folks. My pen just exploded.
Gavin's making a mess over here at the recording table that we have.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
you click the pen and it's supposed to push out the little tip. Well, I pushed it on the table and the top part of my pen
You
just
rocketed.
decided to fly up. Yeah, it rocketed off, and apparently my pen is broken.
Yeah, probably because you just broke it.
So good job, me.
So,
Anyways, let's continue now.
yeah, so when they get to Breezango, New Day says, no, Breezango's cool. And they're like, okay, yeah, Breezango's cool. So, it looks like New Day and Usos are also cool with Breezango, which is cool. I don't know if it was
Breezango's
Jimmy or
awesome.
Jay, but they say, we like Fashion Files too. And then they, Daniel Bryan comes out and says that tonight there will be a Fatal 4-Way number 1 contenders match. Tag, of course. For the tag team title shot at, I don't even know the next pay-per-view SmackDown's having. But, I'd say we'll just go straight to that match since we're here and it's like middle of the show.
Yeah.
So, I didn't see a little bit of the beginning of the match, but I saw the rest of it. It was fine. Benjamin and Gable end up pinning Breezango. Specifically, I think Shelton Benjamin pinned. I don't remember. It wasn't nothing special. It was a fine match. Benjamin and Gable won by pinning Breezango, which I like Breezango a lot more than I like Benjamin and Gable. And I think Shelton and Gable are heel-ish. I don't
That's
like.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't like Chad Gable being in a tag team.
I don't either. He just deserves to be on his own.
I was super hyped for when he was having singles matches. And here's what I hope happens. Because they're number one contenders now to face the Usos at whatever the next pay-per-view is, maybe in a few weeks on SmackDown. I hope, as I said when they got together, that Shelton Benjamin just turns on Gable. I don't care the reason. It could just be because Shelton Benjamin's bored. That all the reason they need to have me on board. I genuinely don't care. I don't want I like Shelton Benjamin. I do like him a lot.
I do too.
I don't want him to be with Chad Gable. He's just a replacement for Jason Jordan, and I think Gable's a much better singles wrestler. And I would actually be interested in a feud between Gable and Benjamin.
It would be awesome.
They could have great matches. Yeah.
Chad Gable has great matches with pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yes, he is. He deserves.
And that 3-minute match he had with AJ Styles.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah. You just have Gable fight one of them at WrestleMania.
The two matches he had with Rusev, well, one I guess and a half, but the match he had with Rusev was amazing too.
So you could just have Chad Gable. You could have Chad Gable fight Aiden English, and it'd be amazing.
Yeah, probably. Aiden English isn't bad either.
No.
All right. Next up, we have Becky Lynch versus Carmella. Lynch ended up winning with the I forgot what she calls her armbar move. I don't remember.
Does she call it anything?
The disarmor, yeah, she does. She wins with the disarmor. Nothing to that. Ellsworth is still leashed to the ring post, as usual.
Leashed to the ring post?
Yeah, he's got like a collar. He's attached to the ring post.
Why?
Because Carmella she doesn't want him interfering or anything. He's just her like kind of moral, I guess, support. And to cheat, but in certain ways.
I don't know if I
think it's just a symbolism of control, you know? Because before, James Ellsworth interfered and kind of cost Carmella. Almost made her cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Carmella was mad. She got back with him. I don't know or care. Point is, it looks hilarious seeing Ellsworth tied up in the corner.
I kind of like that because I don't like James Ellsworth thing, and I don't like him being leashed to a thing. I'd rather have handcuffed or something.
Yeah. Well, handcuff seems a bit much, though. I think
it's definitely more permanent.
I think it just makes sense that because Ellsworth is more of her pet now than anything.
Sure.
She's got new ring gear though. She's wearing like just a singlet now, which it looks better than the pants. I like it better. Next up we have Kevin Owens out to address Hell in a Cell. You get the explanation with Kevin and Sam. Kevin Owens says, at one point during the match, St. Peter at Heaven's Gate told him, because he said that he went up and he was standing at the pearly white, standing in line, and he doesn't like lines, so he was ready to cut, but St. Peter waved him forward, saying that as much as they want him in heaven, we need him down here. So he sent Owens back, and he sent the guardian angel, Sami Zayn, to save him from Hell in a Cell. And he called Sami Zayn out. He also called Sami Zayn his best friend again. Now, here's the explanation from Sami Zayn. Zayn comes back, or Zayn says that he returned back after, or excuse me, alright, hold on, I'm getting a bit off track here. Kevin Owens says that after he came back down, he realized his new purpose, which is basically to have the Kevin Owens show. Make SmackDown Live his personal paradise, his personal heaven, if you will, and the Kevin Owens show.
Makes sense.
Yes. He thanks Sami Zayn, and Zayn says he's always tried to please the fans. He's always been the guy who wants to make the fans happy despite not getting the success that he wants. He says that Shane McMahon told him about SmackDown Live when he was on Raw, that if he came over there to the land of opportunity, Sami Zayn would be treated better than he was on Monday Night Raw. He blames Shane McMahon for lying about that. And he says that Shane McMahon never cared about him, as proven by last week when he went to Shane, tried to warn him about Kevin Owens, and McMahon just ignored him, blew him off, and walked away. Sami Zayn basically just said that he realized that being what the fans wanted and not having success doesn't bring him success. So he said, he told Kevin Owens that he was right all along, and that was basically the whole thing. Kevin Owens was right about, just do what you want to get success, not what everyone else wants. And
I like
he
that.
called Kevin Owens his brother. Says that he did it to protect his brother. And they're together again.
I like that. I do a lot. It makes a lot of sense, and it's just.
And Sammy needed it.
Sammy
it really
needs
bad.
something.
Sammy also said that the reason specifically why he's with Kevin now is because he didn't despise Kevin Owens. He despised the fact that he was right about, I guess success and all that good stuff.
Yeah. He just didn't want to admit he was right.
Yeah. So it was a good. I liked it. They hugged it out in the end, and they kept raising each other's hands, saying, "Give it up for Kevin. Give it up for Sammy," until the segment ended. So it's great. Kevin Owens has a best friend again. Let's hope it doesn't end like it has twice before with Sammy and with Jericho.
Trying to kill him.
We don't need another festival of friendship. That was sad. That hurt my heart.
That was just. I didn't like that at all.
I liked the segment a lot, but
I liked the end of it.
What?
The
powerbomb?
Kevin Owens turning on Jericho part.
Yeah. I love the whole festival of friendship, especially the painting. But it was sad though, which is good because WWE usually doesn't have much investment for emotion in their storylines these days. Next up, we have Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Aiden English and Rusev. Why this isn't Jinder Mahal and Rusev, I do not know, but it doesn't matter because as you can assume, Aiden English is pinned. He's pinned by Shinsuke after a Kinshasa. And an RKO to Rusev. Nothing. It was a nothing match.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. So, an interesting thing, though, is we get a video package, a very short video package, with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan standing in some darkness, looking like Reject Wyatt family members, because they are, these days. They turn around, they have hooded clothes on. Rowan takes his sheep mask off. And they basically just kind of ramble for a second before they say their name. It's like 2 sentences they say. They call themselves the Something Brothers. I rewound it like 8 times. I cannot figure out what they say. I don't know. I don't know if they were saying like Bludgeoned Brothers or Blooded Brothers. I don't know. Something with a B, I think, and maybe an ing ending, and then Brothers. That's apparently their tag name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. They just looked like the Wyatt family. I thought they would do something new with them. Especially Harper.
Maybe they are.
I wanted Luke Harper to be, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. He's still wearing the sheep mask, Rowan.
That's pretty much all he's got.
It looks cool, though. Yeah, that's a good point. And he's all has.
All he has is the sheep mask and that giant red beard.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's all that it was to them. They didn't even really mention anything about him. Next up, we have Bobby Roode calling out Dolph Ziggler because of the attack on Sunday. After the match between them. Ziggler comes out with his new entrance, which is stupid. It's just the first 5 seconds of his music and his Tron for all the lights cut out. There's a spotlight on Ziggler. All the Tron lights and stuff cut out. There's a spotlight on Ziggler and he just walks down the ring in silence. That's his new entrance.
I don't know if I like it.
I think it's dumb. Honestly, I wanted, because if you're doing this whole Ziggler mocks everyone's entrance thing, I think it's stupid, but I'm at least a little entertained by it. So I wanted Dolph Ziggler to just come out like Bobby Roode Sunday at Hell in a Cell.
That would be
just to
hilarious.
insert same music, just steal one of his robes or something, you know. But nah, whatever. Dolph Ziggler says he dominated Bobby Roode at Hell in a Cell, and because of this, Bobby Roode panicked and cheated to win the whole match via tights roll-up, I guess if you want to call it. That sounds weird, but Dolph Ziggler demanded a rematch. Bobby Roode agreed, and then called Ziggler down to the ring. But, of course, just like Alexa Bliss on Monday Night Raw, Dolph Ziggler was like, nah, not today, left, and that's the end of the segment. It's completely pointless. Completely.
Really?
Yep.
Come on now.
No Fashion Files this week either, just this. They had a Fashion Files at Hell in a Cell, but I missed most of it.
It was entertaining. I liked it.
Okay. I know that they wrapped up the storyline, right? And they just kind of said that they started a new case, right? They didn't show the case, but they.
No, the old case was reopened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because or maybe they did start a new case because like they opened up a briefcase.
Yeah, and there's gold light shining. I saw the end of it.
This isn't a briefcase. This is a new case.
Yeah. Because didn't they say that the Ascension just wanted to be their friends or whatever?
Yeah.
So.
And Ascension was upset because they were getting trashed on.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez, you could just said no.
Oh yeah, and I saw they were dressed up as I think janitors, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, I love the Fashion Files.
I do too.
If they
I'm
were just,
liking the Ascension now because.
Yeah, me too. Breezango deserves everything on SmackDown Live. They deserve. Please just never stop. If you never push Breezango, please keep the Fashion Files going till they both split up or retire.
I don't want them to split up. I just want them to go until they retire.
I don't think they need to split up ever. Honestly.
There's no reason for them.
Nope. They've proven that they're not. WWE can't get them over on their own. Dango was over for like a week, and then they burned it out immediately by trying to make a meme out of the whole Fandango dancing thing. So, whatever. Next up, I think we have the main event. Nothing much, really, this week on SmackDown. It was all pretty boring. The main event was AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin and the rematch for the U.S. title, and Corbin won clean with the end of days. Clean as a whistle. Which I don't like.
It makes sense though, because Baron Corbin doesn't need to cheat to win.
But he did. Why would you have him cheat to beat Ty Dillinger, and then just have him win clean on Styles Tuesday? I would have thought Styles would be like, fighting for the world title maybe, or the U.S. title again.
I'm going to fight for a world title. Take it from Jinder Mahal.
If that's the case though, why would you have him lose to Corbin clean?
To just get that out of the way.
But you could have had him cheat and it'd be the same effect. Like, not much cheating. You could have had, like, maybe,
a little tight scrab or something.
A tight scrab or an eye poke. Something not too big. I don't know, anything, really. I don't care that much. Or distraction. Maybe he hit the ref and then Corbin delivered end of days, got the ref up, and got the cover or something. Maybe Styles ran into the ref and Styles was trying to help the ref out. Something not.
Baron Corbin comes from behind with a chair.
No, that's been. I'm trying to say like a subtle cheat, not like a.
Low blow.
Blatant. No, that's still too much. I just mean like, he didn't really cheat. He just took advantage of a distraction.
A bad situation.
Yeah. But whatever. After the match, Baron Corbin tells the fans to eat it, and then that he's going to be keeping the title for a while, which is probably true.
The Baron Corbin U.S. Open Challenge.
I don't think that's happening.
I'd like it. I like the U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah, but why would Corbin do that? Corbin would not want to have a chance.
Because he wants competition.
But he doesn't want a chance of losing the title. That's all he wanted for the past weeks was the title. So, I don't know. That's it. That's all of SmackDown, though.
I don't know. He is a pretty cocky guy, so he may not even think he's going to lose it. He may think there's not even a chance.
I don't know. You didn't see SmackDown, but from what you heard, which one did you think was better? I know it's really hard to judge something like that. But.
I say Raw just because it's more. There's more to it.
Yeah, I think Raw too because of the Shield.
You have the Shield. You have Wyatt and
Strowman.
Balor. You have Strowman. Strowman's always a big draw. Where's Samoa Joe?
Injured.
Oh. I didn't know that.
He's injured.
But
Sadly. Yeah, what a world, right? Cass, Joe, Hardy, Monday Night Raw.
Cena's gone.
Revival. Monday Night Raw is taking a. Who'd you say was gone?
Cena. He's just gone.
Yeah, he'll be gone for a while. Oh yeah, Revival. There's a big old gap on the Monday Night Raw roster.
But I mean, there was just more to Monday Night Raw.
It was.
The most with SmackDown was the U.S. title match, Sami Zayn Owens, and
Zayn Owens was the highlight for me on SmackDown.
And the tag team thing.
Yeah.
Which all in all kind of adds up to one big thing.
Yep.
If you're gonna add stuff together, it's just.
Yeah, I just thought Monday Night Raw was more entertaining, and that's not to say it was great. I thought it was pretty good though. It was fine. The Shield things were pretty cool, and Strowman's great to see.
I'm definitely on board with the Shield all the way.
Yeah, me too.
I just want them to go do what they do best, just running through killing people, because that's what they do. Roman not even talk much anymore.
Yeah,
Let Seth do the talking.
they had a backstage promo where they showed they like do the old school Shield promo, except it was like a what's her name, Charlie, was giving the mic to them. And Reigns had a short little segment like they used to, and Rollins had like the opening and closing. Keep it like that, please. Rollins is the best on the mic.
Yes, he is. Ambrose is even good on the mic.
Ambrose is really good on the mic too. Ambrose can do mic stuff when he needs to, but Rollins is the best. Reigns is by far the worst.
But he's still okay.
Yeah, he's fine these days. Back then,
he's good now. Back then, it was like listening to two pieces of wood getting clonked together.
Yeah, and they're all three great in the ring. I'd say Ambrose is probably the least out of the three, but not
he's still really good.
Yeah, he's still really good.
And his moveset isn't even that big either.
No, it's not.
He's just really good.
That's probably the main problem with him, honestly.
Yeah,
he just doesn't do that many things. But I think that's gonna do it. You have anything else you want to bring up?
Just I'm actually gonna watch Raw and SmackDown next week.
SmackDown specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you ready to close?
Yep.
Okay. You can follow us on Twitter at CarAlarm Podcast.
You can follow us on Facebook at Sounding CarAlarm. Go to our page, give us a like, follow us, all that good stuff.
Yes. Subscribe to YouTube, like the videos, watch all of it, listen, whatever you do.
Listen to us while you take a shower or something. You never know. We'll keep you entertained.
Yes, hopefully. Promise. Pinky promise.
Just don't take an hour-long shower. That's just a lot of water.
Yeah. Or you know what? Yeah, just why don't you just play all our videos in a really long shower that you take, so we can get them views. We are CarAlarm.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching.